welcome back to a very special series on the Raise Nation podcast. We call this It's a Gift with Dawn and KJ. Hi, KJ. How are you doing today?
Great.
So glad to have you back. I look forward to our monthly sessions where we talk about everything going on in the world, all the great causes.
It's a fun time too.
Yeah. I always like these episodes. So this is a busy month. The cause calendar is super long, but I know you've been headed out to some fundraising events now that everyone is back in person. Yay.
Yes.
Applause. We need that little applause sound on our podcast. But what's it like out there? I'm sure all of our fundraisers want to know what's happening. Anything different? Is it new, exciting, the trends? Come on, give us the 411.
It's been fun. I've enjoyed going to the events. You know, we're doing some video for them, and it's just been like such a light in my week to like be able to see people enjoying themselves at an event in public. I mean, I haven't been in like 3 years almost, 2 years. And so it was fun for me, and just like walking in and just seeing like how the ballroom. So I've gone to a couple of galas, and the ballroom is just lit up and people's faces are lit up just walking in, and you can tell they're so excited to be there. We've seen some wine polls, which has been cool. I always like a good wine poll.
Me too.
And the auctions have been on point. People are really stepping it up this year. I feel like, let's see, the last one had like experiences. So like travel auction items, which is cool. I know you like that. And then they also had a ton of different kind of upscale packages, but they also had some like easier bid, like quick hit packages, and gift cards, like a pull for gift cards, which was pretty cool. So
it's so nice to see. I was speaking to a consultant in Chicago yesterday, Stephanie Pessis-Weil. Shout out to her. She's just amazing. But she said the same thing, that, the excitement at in-person events is at such a high level. But what she is especially noting is just the difference in that pre-pandemic, it was like, I have those tickets to the gala. I got to get up. I got to get dressed. I got to go out of the house. And now it's like gratitude, like, I have the tickets to the gala. I'm so excited to be out, connected, aligned with a mission, here for a good cause. Can't wait to get there. So that's for sure a positive.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it, because like that is like when I say I see people's faces light up walking in, it's like a breath of fresh air and genuine excitement to be there. So that was like, yeah. So it's not like part of their routine anymore. They're like, yes, they're having the gala again. Like, we're back. They get to see like their cause and their people, everything. So I think that was a really good way to put it. And I think it's been pretty good.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to see that the auctions, are doing well. I know myself, I feel like my whole life was on a 2-year hiatus with spending, shopping, going out, all of the above. I'm just jonesing to, do something. And what better way to get back into shopping than through an auction? And, sometimes these experiences are just one of a kind. Or
they are.
Yeah. I know here at One Cause, we have our programs, Choose Now, Pack Later, and Choose Now, Glam Later, where fundraisers can build their auction out with zero risk and get some really exclusive one of a kind items. And I like that. I like being able to get something that I can't get in stores, something different, while I'm helping a good cause at the same time. So that's exciting.
That is fun. And I was thinking about this, since we just were talking about experiences and vacations, how long it's been. The last vacation I went on was an auction item from a nonprofit that I bought.
Was it
2017? And it was, so it was actually from one of their board members who had a timeshare. So he donated his timeshare to the auction. And I bought it, and it was to Aruba. Had a freaking blast. I loved it. It was such a fun experience. And so,
okay, wait, how did I not catch an invite to go with you?
It was in 2017. I know. It was the last vacation I went on. Someone get me out.
Yeah, no, you can find some really good experiences and things that you wouldn't get if you tried to book travel yourself. Just special stuff.
Yeah, it was, Yeah, super easy.
Well, now you're going to have to buy another experience from one of our other nonprofits. We're so well. I know we're moving away from using philanthropic and moving towards using the word generosity, which I love. I think that's a good movement, but we're very, I still want to use the word philanthropic here at One Cause. Like we love to talk about our customers' successes and what they're doing. They're in our CEO's updates. They're all over the place. We're always inspired and starting meetings with who did what and how and when. And, I love that. And that I think that spills over into Indy Tech Gives, right? What a great program that is. We have just Indiana businesses coming together for, I don't know, what is it, a month or so, maybe a month and a half. And they're all empowering and motivating their teams to raise money for a cause. So One Cause participates. We'll identify our cause. Last year, I think it was suicide prevention, right? Or something. Yeah. And then, each of the 30, 40 companies will identify a cause and we all just do it together and raise money. And I love that we're able to, you're buying auction items off of our customers' sites. We have this Indy Tech Gives, which I think is coming up soon. I just love that.
That's fun. It's fun to use our platform and like fundraise and also fundraise for something that you believe in. Like the auction item that I bought, I went to that gala and it's for a cause that I absolutely love. I used to work there. Like I believe in it. It's the Humane Society and I support it still. Even, Humane Societies that aren't with us, I still go out and do stuff with them and still volunteer and still, have my passions. And then I get to come here and then we get to do Indy Tech Gives where I get to fundraise with our platform and see how cool it is. And remember, oh my gosh, how fun it is to fundraise like in the nitty gritty.
Yeah, we really do live our brand, I think, right?
Like, I think so.
We do. Yeah, we really do. And for all the people listening out there, I'd love that, we'd love for you to know a lot of different things about One Cause. But if you get one takeaway, is that we really do live our, the customers that we serve. And I think that's pretty important to us. But speaking about causes, oh my gosh, have you looked at May? I mean, there's just everything.
Well, tell me about it, because in Indiana, it's like the only thing happening in May is the race. So
what race? Tell me about the race. Oh gosh, I just had a ditzy moment there. Yeah, but I'll be in Indy for that. I think we have, I'm coming in May 16th. So don't we have some events? I think we have some events on some of the preliminary race days over there. Yeah.
Maybe we'll get some team time in too to go do another ropes course. So.
That's right. That little race. That's right. So does it consume the whole month?
Yeah, it does. It consumes the entire month.
Wow.
It's already up. Like I live downtown, so I was like in the Circle, which Indianapolis, the downtown area is called the Circle.
Okay.
And they already had like banners up and I was like, well, it's almost May, right?
Here we go. Wow. I have never really gotten into it too much, but I will this year. I'll do my research. I'll come prepared. And okay. Well, aside from the little race, which is really the big race, let me tell you, it's a lot going on. I think, two that just hit home with me. May is Mental Health Awareness Month and National Foster Care Month. Gosh, don't even know where to begin there. I mean, mental health, man, gosh, thank God we have a month dedicated to that because we all can use balance and support and, I don't know, therapy, for our mental health. I mean, it's so important.
It's cool to like destigmatize it too,
yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like, just getting the word out there and like the peer-to-peer stuff that can be done with mental health and just sharing your story or a story and like just is almost like it's okay and I see you and me too kind of movement that I love. And I love that personal connection in these peer-to-peer stories that you see in these like social fundraising stories that you kind of get wind of, and it's a whole month. And I always find that month really uplifting when it's a topic that, hits home for me, so mental health, or, we have Pride in a couple months, like all those months, it just is really uplifting to be able to be a part of those movements.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's so important to, get comfortable about the uncomfortable, right? And I think our podcast and some of our other platforms and just the opportunity to make that invitation to have those stories and share. I think it's just so important. And I'm glad that we have our, we have freedom here to do some things like this. And
definitely
that, there's just so much out there. Some of, I think, our favorite podcast, your and I's favorite podcast, it touches on mental health awareness and just overall mental health. So, and our grantee, the Mental Health America of West Central Indiana, is one of our grantees from our inaugural grant program last year. So I'll have to put it on my calendar to wish them good luck for next month. Yeah, but it's good. It's good that we're getting there with making that a priority in our lives, instead of just, as you say, living with the stigma, brushing it under the table, and then something else happens. It's worse,
It is, it is uncomfortable, and it is about getting, comfortable with being uncomfortable, because it's, something that so many people experience, and you have to start somewhere to start getting the word out, and you have to kind of be a voice in it all, and just advocate for others. I think it'd be interesting next month for this. Maybe this is our homework. I'm giving us homework.
Oh, I'll take homework. Go ahead. That's my assignment.
Like anyone listening to this, if you have a favorite campaign or post for mental health awareness, or one of the other month highlights, what was it? Mental health awareness, or
oh my God, there's
let's bring to the table, like, what was hot on those topics? What were people talking about?
Oh yeah, so maybe in It's a Gift series, we take a look back, and then we take a look ahead, because we're talking about it, but so last month was Autism Awareness Month, but if we had the homework assignment, then we would be like, hey, you know what? I saw this. That's changed here. Yeah. That's great homework.
I saw some TikToks that were really cool on autism awareness that I didn't realize, were things until I was watching that TikTok. So next month, I would love to bring my favorite campaign to the table.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Challenge accepted. And now that you've mentioned, all right, so now we have to plead to our audience. Help me here, Kristen. TikTok. You mentioned TikTok. How many of us want to see a One Cause TikTok account?
You know what? I don't want a One Cause account. I just want someone to mention us. Just add us
on their TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so listeners, come on. KJ and I are really hot on TikTok. Yeah. We need your support. We need your help. So, send in your notes and encouragement. Put us on your TikToks. We're TikTok crazed right now. We're really leveraging this podcast. Moving along. But we have a lot more going on in May. National, some appreciation days for teachers. Super important there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough profession, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's rewarding, but man, tough.
Hard.
Yeah, hard work. Thanks to all the teachers out there. This one gets me. Do we really need to have a day? Like, I know we need to have a day. I'm glad that we have a day, but I wish that we didn't need the day. I think that's what I'm trying to say. But it's the International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia. And I'm glad we have the day, but like, do we still in 2022 still need a day like that? Just eradicate phobias. That would be the better thing to do.
That would be great, but it is important. I experience that on a daily basis.
And I hate that you do.
Yeah. So it's important, people forget because we are in 2022, and people forget because there are a ton of people that are accepting of it, that there are still equally amounts that are not, and how hard it is for us.
I know.
So it's so important. And I wish someday we didn't have to have a day, but also, like, we'll get there when we get there. Hopefully more people can learn about it and learn about just the queer community and move past those.
Well, it's May 17th, so I'll start with a day. I'd like the whole month. I'd like a year, but okay. It's eradicate phobias.
Yeah.
At least on May 17th. So that's the day to eradicate phobias. Multiply that times years and get to where
Yes.
here, please.
100%.
But we're also appreciating nurses. May 6th through 10th is National Nurse.
Oh my gosh, they need it.
Yeah.
Need it too.
Yeah, especially now.
I know. They just went through. They're still going through. Continue.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough profession. I think they've taken on more responsibility with, nurse practitioners and yeah, then COVID hit and Lord knows it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I missed one right on the top. It's ALS Awareness Month. I didn't. I don't know how I missed that one.
Was that the Ice Bucket Challenge? Do you remember that?
Yeah. Wow. Talk about a peer-to-peer campaign. I did that with my daughter, actually. She went outside, freezing cold, in a bathing suit. I don't know why she needed a bathing suit on. It was freezing cold.
She was going to get ice dumped on her.
I know, but wear warm clothes and then just come in and I don't know. But anyway, we did it. Raised any money, but we did it.
You raised awareness.
We did. Yep.
At the very least. And that's probably the first big peer-to-peer campaign ever that I can remember, me being like, wow, a lot of people are doing this. That's a lot. And then looking into what is this about? And, oh, that's really cool. And that's a really cool way to bring awareness.
Yeah, that was taking peer-to-peer to a whole new level for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. Good crazy, but that was crazy. What else do we have going on? Jewish American Heritage Month. Oh, Brain Tumor Awareness Month. World Lupus Day.
That's a big month, May.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Well, let us know. Yeah.
I'm excited
Are you going to any events in May too?
No, I go to one today.
Oh.
And I'm pretty excited about that. It's another gala. I might go to a peer-to-peer, a outdoor event in May.
What is it? Is it run, walk, ride?
It's run or walk.
Okay. Well, if I could walk, I could do it. But I don't want to.
I know.
There's something about boom, 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 boom. Pounding my sneakers against the pavement just doesn't jive with me. I'll walk all day long. I mean,
I should walk it. You're right. I think that's 2.5 miles, 5.
Do you run? I know you do a lot of things. You have your motorcycle, you have your longboard, you're just so athletic and outdoorsy. But Do you run? I don't know if you run or not.
I like to do outdoor stuff. I do not like running. I get really bad shin splints.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, they're the worst. I used to run in, college and high school and after college a little bit, but the older I get, last week I threw out my back and I'm just wow. Okay.
I remember that you were in some pain there.
Oh, I was out all day on Monday. I was like, oh man, can't do it anymore.
You're getting old. So what am I, ancient? You're getting old.
I had 30 and my body was
yeah, you're so old. You're so old. Oh my gosh. You're super funny. Well, you know what else May is? Memorial Day.
Mm.
So I think we should.
We
really should do a shout out to all of the service people in the world, regardless of what branch you serve. But for those that, protect us and protect our freedom and everything that they've sacrificed to do so that we could live in the greatest country on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Big shout out and thanks to
thank you.
All the people out there. Yeah, that's May 31st. For a lot of us, it's just a day, it's a day off or a long weekend off, but, we really should reflect on what that means.
Yeah, May 30th this year.
May 30th? Oh.
We have 34 days until that.
Oh, wow. Man, is this year going by fast or what?
I don't know where it went, but it's just phew.
But they say that all the time. Time flies, and I hate to be cliche about it, but dear Lord.
I feel I kind of feel gypped because the pandemic took away a few years. And now I'm like, I don't know what happened those years. And now everything's going so fast. I'm just like, what? Hold on. Stop, slow down, rewind time a couple of years. Let's start back.
Yeah, I know. I feel robbed too.
A little bit.
Yeah. I know there's a day in May that you're going to love.
What?
World Meditation Day.
Oh, yes. I did a meditation last night. It was so nice.
Okay, I can't. How do you do it? Like, what? Do you have a mantra or like? I just.
Tell
You're
too connected, Dawn. You're too connected. You gotta disconnect.
Well, how do you do that?
I put away my phone. I put away my devices, except for the one that's playing. So sometimes I have it play on my TV upstairs. Sometimes I have it play on my phone or my iPad. But I put whatever other ones away.
All right.
Or I'll like turn off text or something. And then I listen to the Calm app. We have that. The Calm app. We have it through work.
Oh, the Calm app. Right.
And I love it. But if I want to do like yoga or something, I like Adrienne on YouTube. Look her up. She's wonderful. And you can do a 5-minute session just to get warmed up in there. And so
you do yoga to meditate, or
I do both. So I do yoga and like I meditate with yoga. And then I do like nighttime sleep meditation, which is like just complete meditation from like my mind.
But how do you empty your brain?
That's pretty easy. I don't know.
My brain is always I can't get into meditation. I'd like to. I just don't. Yeah. I just don't know how to do it. It's just not a skill that I've acquired.
I used to be really bad at it, and I got into yoga in high school because of my anxiety. My anxiety is really, really bad. It always has been my whole life, and so I started doing hot yoga in high school. I even went to the hot yoga center. It was great, and it was like 104 degrees in there, right? And you are sitting in there and you're doing these poses, and like, I'm not very flexible, but I tried them, and I truly like, that is when I started realizing how I could disconnect. And I felt like at the end of it, I almost like sweat out all my worries, all the bad stuff. And like, it truly like helped my anxiety. And that's why I still do it. So now like speaking of mental health, like for my anxiety and stuff, I like to do breath work and meditation and like just truly like disconnecting, but I wasn't always good at that.
Wow. I didn't even know these things existed. So I didn't even know that there was a hot yoga and breath work. What is that? That's just your breathing?
It's your breathing.
Yeah.
So, like there's like proven techniques for how you breathe and getting rid of anxiety and stuff. And there's like different like types and lengths of breaths that you can take. Like,
okay, when I come to Indy, in just a couple weeks now, let's start off. If you're in the office, let's start off. If you're in one of our campuses, start off the morning with some like yoga for the team.
Yes, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think we need to do that. My problem is, so I try to meditate, and then I all of a sudden find myself getting up and doing something. Like, I don't know. And I then I asked myself, like, how did I get from, like that yoga position or that, meditation position to like, I'm now steaming clothes. Like, how did that even happen? And
That's hilarious.
I do not sit still. My husband will tell you that he does not recall ever seeing me sit still. Like, I
see that. You are always on the go. But it'd be good for you. And I think you could do it. It's just very convenient that in your state of yoga, you're like, oh, actually, it's trash day tomorrow. I better take it out.
What is wrong with me? I can't seem to stop anything physically or mentally. It just keeps go, 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 go. I'm like a little squirrel.
I'll send you some stuff. You just got to do it in little steps.
Could you imagine at one of our campuses, we start like a team meeting. Okay, KJ's going to lead, like a yoga meditation session. We're all sitting there on our mats. And then Dawn is like off to the, typing something out on a computer or something to put a leash on me.
Up the podcast. Like, actually, I feel like people needed to be involved in this.
Put a leash on me, Okay, pull Dawn back in. Everybody keep an eye on Dawn. So we covered a lot today. We covered causes. We're learning about what's going on in events. We've given some homework assignments to our audience, but we have to let them know how to connect with us, right? So what's my name? I'm DLego at DLEGO at onecause.com. And you're K Johnson Lee at onecause.com. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. How else can they get in touch with us?
If they want to either comment on our podcast, a social media thread, or post their own and tag us in it.
Here we go.
Us, that would be great. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, to the audience that's listening, we really do want to hear from you. We'd love to know what episodes, you want to hear. We invite you to join us. We would love to have you as a guest on the show. This really is the voice of fundraisers. So let's, especially during your cause month, we could, cast some shine on you and get that out and about. But if there's something that you want to hear or learn about, KJ and I are all ears. We'll produce just about anything, right?
Yes. I want to know, what do people, what are you guys liking in fundraising right now? Because I'm starting to see some really cool things. And I can talk about it all day, but what I'm more interested in is what you like, Well,
I think the hot thing might be DIY peer-to-peer.
I love DIY peer-to-peer. I'm a big fan of that.
I know. And you know why I am is because every nonprofit has their days, right? They have their gala. Maybe they're doing Giving Tuesday or an end of the year campaign. They maybe have a golf outing, right? So what do they cover? Maybe 8 to 12 events a year, but there's 365 days a year, and maybe your supporters and donors can't participate for one reason or another, but they can use all these other days to do whatever, anything goes. Anniversaries, memorials, right? Just lemonade stands. Let's have a day of yoga, right? Let's all get a day of yoga and people make it a peer-to-peer. I mean, you can literally turn anything into a fundraiser, and that's what the DIY peer-to-peer is all about.
I do love that. And I see it. So I go through that a lot for our campaigns, and I see people doing the coolest stuff with that platform, putting a campaign for everything, whatever it is that they're highlighting, whatever promotion it is, and then people spinning those off and create your own challenges. And I'm like, oh, what are people doing? And people will be like, I'm having, it's lunch on this date, and all of that is dedicated to this fundraiser. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, anything goes. And you can ask our peer-to-peer consultant. Trivia. Yeah, there you go.
I love it.
Kim Hall, big shout out to Kim Hall, big shout out to Jenna Moore and our great peer-to-peer consulting team. Hey, they got the deets. They got the 411 about bringing DIY peer-to-peer to life. So definitely get in touch with them. And to KJ's point, lunch, yoga, trivia, name it.
Everything.
Turn it into a fundraiser and empower your supporters to fundraise for you. Make your life a little bit easier. We have, good ideas. All you have to do is give them some tools, hint, the One Cause software, and give them some marketing and promotional, social media kit, and let them go. Crank it out.
Yeah.
That's what we'll be doing for Indy Tech Gives.
Really easy and efficient way to fundraise, and truly amplifies your voice. And right now, with how hot user-generated content is, what better way than to do peer-to-peer fundraising?
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to put our money where our mouth is, because we do have Indy Tech Gives coming up. And so all of our departments will be, working towards fundraising for selected charity. So, Kristen, we're going to have to come up with some of these ideas,
I know,
yoga, whatever. Come on, the marketing team. I'm
going to step it up.
Yeah, the marketing team needs to be top on the leaderboard, and we need all of those ideas from yoga to trivia to figure out how we're going to raise money so that we can make our designated charity feel proud.
I went off social media during the pandemic for a year. And so I'm back on now, but I didn't go off TikTok.
Oh.
So I'm going to have to fundraise there because that's where.
Well, we're just in the throes of picking our charity. I hope we pick something as good as we did last year because that was pretty awesome. I think it was a suicide prevention or suicide awareness. And I thought that was really special. Goes along with that.
How do we pick them?
So I think each team, so the marketing team's going to have to come up with a vote. So each team presents what their designated charity would be. And then that bubbles up to our peer, Steve Lausch, who manages some kind of evaluation decision process. I don't really know the ins and outs of that. And then from there, we select it and then we all go out after it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So that's coming up soon. Well, this was a enlightening conversation, as it always is with you. So for those listeners out there, happy May, happy Memorial Day, whatever cause is your cause. I hopefully have the best month ever. That is about all we have time for today. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's Raise Nation topic and your daily dose of fundraising inspiration. Please tune in for new episode releases every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. KJ manages that and makes sure it gets done each and every week. It's 12:30 p.m. Eastern time on Thursdays. And follow us on all the favorite channels. We're everywhere: Google Podcast, Apple Music, Spotify. We're now on Stitcher and, of course, onecause.com on demand. You can get it anytime. So follow the channel that you like best so that you can get notifications about new. To all our fundraisers out there, we know you're doing amazing things. We applaud you and thank you for building better tomorrows for our communities. Your stories are inspiring, and we don't want to miss a single episode of Raise Nation Radio to hear them. I would like to thank our sponsor, One Cause, for making this episode possible. One Cause is driving the future of fundraising with easy-to-use software solutions that help nonprofits connect with donors. Check us out on onecause.com. Visit our resource tab for great content, blogs, ebooks. We're sure you'll find them helpful. I hope you enjoyed this series of, it's called It's a Gift on Raise Nation Radio with Dawn and KJ. Please let us know how you like it. KJ, so good to connect with you again. Can't wait to do it next month with our homework, right?
Yes. And everyone, the only thing I have to say is just let us know what you're seeing because I cannot wait to hear about it.
Yep. Let us know one way or the other. So that is a wrap. Until next time, she's KJ. I'm Dawn Lego. And this is Raise Nation Radio. Stay fearless out there.